We're really grateful that you're with us today. If it's the first time you're with us, just a really warm welcome. We're so grateful, and Earth Peoples United is about coming together in our diversity and really celebrating each other. And I want to read our mission statement. It's lovely to do it, and I want to share with you if you don't know it already. We connect people to the natural and spiritual worlds and bridge the wisdom of the ancient ones with the world of today so that the diversity of life will flourish for future generations. And this intention is one that we really ask you to hold with us. And we're here to weave on this day that is both about the web of life, but also about balance and a powerful time to come together with this intention. And yes, the fires along the West Coast and in South America and in Africa and in many places on our earth are compelling this call, this request to make a prayer tonight. But may this prayer also speak to the fires out of control within humanity, these places where that balance of water and just the alchemy of all of our good intentions and our prayers for the wellness of our people and the lands and all the ways that we are connected can be nurtured tonight. So I'm so grateful that you're here with us, and ask you to be really mindful of your video if you happen to need to get up, or if there's action around, if you can just pause your video. And if you're not already connected with us on Facebook or through our newsletter, we'd love to just stay connected and weave. There's a lot of opportunities for us to do these kinds of prayers, especially around solstice and the equinoxes, but sometimes on days like today where it's really called. So I want to thank you, Tat Erick, for your holding of tonight's prayer and your guidance for all of us, and warmly welcome this circle into this sacred space so that you can be nourished and we can all arrive here together and go away more full and more sourced for all that we're really facing right now as a humanity. So thank you so much. Matiosha way to you, Tat Erick. Aho.
Aho. Thank you, Raquel. And I want to say greetings to you, all my relatives. Some new people in the circle, which is so beautiful to see. Others, we've been together a lot of years and we've shared, a lot of beautiful journeys, a lot of pilgrimages. We share a lot of medicine. And again, somebody making requests, they say, hey, what's going on, and, so we've been sharing some of the oral traditions. Some of you been already several classes, they call it, but I said the oral traditional way, where we used to sit like this. Maybe have a little fire, drink a little tea, and talk about things, and share stories. And sometimes, they make a request. So, however the request is made, then we come together like this. Now this is a network. Just like what we want to do with our minds and our hearts today is that we're going to go through focusing, breathe in together and feel, and look at the larger picture, and that's why the request too that was made of people wanting to do the 9 fires, and it's about the fires, what's happening, what's going on. It's not just here or this year or, since last year, 2 years now. And it's, it doesn't seem to be slowing down. But what is our responsibility and our reflection towards it? Because it will, and it's affecting many of our people, and it's scary, so we have had a fire as an ally. As you know, we use fire a lot. the ceremonies, the toch, the offerings we always make is from with the fire. Like we create a network that the fire becomes a way to communicate through the sun. And the sun then is like a satellite. It goes all around to everybody's heart. Their computer, one of their bodies is made of elementals. And those elementals, they talk. So when we go through this today is to go each other. We already, through the computer, we see a network. But another more powerful network is the connection through the elementals. Through our breath, through our focus of our mind. Our mind, our brain is capable of thousands more times stronger than this internet. And with direction, we have a web that it makes a difference. It sends wavelengths, sounds, and frequencies that maybe others will feel. Or they'll feel it, they don't know, but others will be like, oh, I feel that. Maybe I stop and I connect with this feeling I'm having right now. And because it is elemental, we want to talk to the spirit of the fire. And some of you maybe talk with the spirit of the water. And some of you want to speak to the spirit of the earth because she's going to start shaking, going to start moving around, you know. We know already some of the things that are happening worldwide. And we have shared this a lot of years now, that when nature activates, she will not stop because we finally get it that we want to shift our way of living. She's like, I'm activated now, and the changes will come. And so what we do then is connect and not alone, no matter how far we are from each other, that we call, like, some of you know, Pashil Kayala, the place of many reeds. Right now, this Pashil Kayala, we have two beautiful human beings here too as well with us in this altar room. There's 3 more over there at the house here at Deer Mountain. And so our minds are powerful. When we engage the feeling of love, of intention, we call it prayer. And prayer is a conversation with the divine, conversation with these elements, to talk with ask the rain, but of course when she comes too, over there's flooding, over here is, right now there's 5 hurricanes in line coming into the east coast of the United States. As we just saw 2, one after the other, got to the east coast. So there's something, maybe we call it toch, the payment. There's something we must make payment for, and so when we make these offerings, we want to prevent the derailing of the whole train and everybody with it. We wanted to talk a little bit with the supernaturals, the spirits of these fires and the too much rain, not enough rain, and so forth, and talk, pray, all of us together, we're going to do this and put the forces together. Like we grab hands and we're not going to let go. I'm slipping away, but no, you got me, even though I can no longer because I'm weak. You're going to not let me go. So we're going to do this with ourselves, but with knowing that we got somebody else. And that somebody else got me. And we make a chain all around the spiritual realm. And just to put the platform, the spiritual realm is like the dark matter that the scientists are talking about. It is a substance, it's measurable, it has a conscience, it has greater forces that we don't even imagine. And that's what we've been calling all along the spiritual realm. But some of us in the modern world, we heard now about the dark matter. that which is between A and B, between me and the sun, there's a whole substance that is in dimensions, infinite. Between a blood level, I mean a blood drop of me and the oxygen bubble in my body and my veins, there's dark matter. So we are full of it. And everything is filled with that. So we're going to touch it today. We're going to touch the bubble of the consciousness of Mother Earth. Like tap it, doing, with our prayer, you know. And then we're going to move it. It needs rotation. So we're going to bring something, you know, to rotate. Move the moleculars. We can move moleculars by thoughts. Our thoughts make form. And our thoughts, through our intention, with the inspiration of a prayer, can move the mountains, they say. So we want to all together, however you feel strong, you know, is that when we start the prayer, we're all going to talk at the same time. The frequency of each other we will sound like a beehive. Each bee has its own sound. And every sound, it makes a harmonics. And the harmonics makes either a warning or a connection to something. So the bears hear the harmonics, oh, there's some sweet honey. But of course, the bees have they're very fierce, right? And so when the fierceness comes, they all work together. The soldiers are sent out to protect the hive. Others get busy, like, are we going to take the babies and fly them out of here because there's danger coming? Or the queen says, okay, people, get ready, pack, because we got to go. They smell the smoke, they hunker down. You know, now they're all hunkering down, and some maybe can get away, maybe not, you know. So us, the same way. If we align with the nature, the spiritual nature, we can make in the crystallized, in the holograph. Our prayers become crystallized thoughts. So we want to pray whatever your prayer is, safety, or be more gentle with us, or guide us in which way, then we will receive that knowledge. We will send out this movement into the molecular of our intention, into the talk to the fires, talk to the trees, you know, talk to the Mother Nature. And so that's kind of what, you know, in our prayers, we wanted to set the groundwork for everybody to understand. So when we talk, the prayers do come true, but not just talking, but to connect directly to the source through each and one of us. We have magnetic lines because we are a magnetic field. We have a spiritual force. And when we inspirational and emotional activate it, because it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And how much emotion and love do you have behind your words? How dire straits are we that we plead, that we cry with it, that, you know, we want safety, we want the animals to survive, we want trees that don't take another 2,000 years to get a healthy forest again. And that's what might take. We as humans don't have that time. We don't have 2,000 years to recuperate. We just don't. If we lose a 3,000-year-old tree, it might never come back again. So we know about extinction. We know that word. And so, you know, we want to pray. You know, if you have a pipe or if you have something, we're going to use this. It's like, you know, you've seen me use spirit colors before. This one is of motion. It's a motion spirit color to enhance and move our energy. And more and more and more and more as we pray, you know, like we know that when we bring this together, we honor each other. That my male, my female is in harmony with you. And so when we get together, this, however you want to, creator, listen, hear us, feel us, sense us, we're going to move that. And we're going to connect together. So there's much at stake, and there's dire straits, and there's much suffering, and some of it's unnecessary because we know there's some humans lighting fires on purpose. They want to destroy the earth. They want to, whatever is going in their heads, but it's not what the earth needs right now. So people of earth, you, spiritual beings, you, guardians of earth, you who care, you who have a mind and a heart to connect the two, we want to bring those two together today. We want to be in reverence, that we know that our words will penetrate to all illusions of separation with anything and everything. We are one. We are that fire. We are angry and we're frustrated. We want war. We want to kill. We want to destroy. And we want that, but we don't know what the outcome for it is. What is the payment of our violent behavior? What is that toch that somebody's going to have to pay? Is it our kids? Is it our families? Is it the earth itself? So we stand as warriors. We stand as medicine people. We stand as loving people and care for this moment to talk with the sacred fire, talk to those floods, talk to the whole Mother Earth to say, hey, we want to plant our intention that not all humans wants to destroy you, that not all humans are focusing on disrespecting you, Mother Earth. We want to be your children. We want to relearn to be in balance and harmony with you. We want to be one of your sons and daughters to the sacred fire. We want to be in oneness with the water. We want to breathe the fresh air because it gives us life. Now we're contaminating, we are hurting, we're poisoning ourselves. The air is not clean. That's our life force. And the same for the animals, the trees. When the flames come, they say they could hear the trees screaming and in fear. They can't run. They cannot run. Others run and they get captured by the flames, and there you hear their agony. It means a lot that we humans can get together this way, send a prayer, send a voice to the animals, to the butterflies, to the bees, to all the relations, to the trees, that somebody cares, that somebody loves them, and somebody is sending this prayer for safety, for beauty, for get through this moment. And that sometimes we need that as human beings. I need sometimes, you'll make it through this again. You'll be okay. We just gotta go through the experience. May we come out on the other side with love, grace, and gratitude to celebrate and to start taking care of what's left. Imagine the millions and millions of acres that's burning down in South America, in Siberia, everywhere, Africa. It is in peril that we shift this anger, this hatefulness we are carrying, because it's reflecting on everything that's happening around the earth. And that you, us, together, as people made out of honey, we who know I don't have a flag or identity, or it's just me. It's me with you, it's you and I. It's us who can make a difference. And this is the power that it comes with a spiritual connection. We know it's This Creator is there. We must unify our efforts. We're not in competition with each other and chasing each other down or whatever. No, our circle needs to be strong. We need to mold that and be part of the earth. So if you have a pipe, you have a whistle, you have a rattle, you have a drum, you have a song. How are you going to present this prayer to Creator? How are we going to plead for the trees, for the lives that we maybe won't recover? And so, and what can we do together afterwards? So right through this, and so, not one pebble of the earth will be spared, they say. Right now, the fires here, the floods over there, next will be the other things. And we need to train so we can go, as we are able to, go support another, go help them out, wherever it might be. And we were just gifted with that opportunity 4 or 5 days ago, saving horses and helping family and so forth. And next time there might be us come and get our stuff, help us out or pick us up from something. So it is of the utmost that this request was made. And of course we said, yes, let's pray together. Not just the words, remember. We want to focus, crystallize, and we see those flames. If you've never been in a forest fire, you have the sound and the heat and the burning, and it is very scary. Who has been through that before? Yeah. And so, that's something it never leaves you, that memory of the force and how those tornadoes and the seeing wildlife running by in flames or, cars blowing up and so forth, it's like, it's real. It is a real scary thing to be experiencing. So we have focused on the sacred prayers with the fire. So we want to, we're going to use this, the spirit color. This is a Mother Earth staff. It was beaded by a young man, Jay Bayless from Haida. As he walked with me for a lot of years, he made this. The story of the peyote, the story of the medicine, the things that we see through the medicine way, and that was some of his first work. Now he's a master with it, but incredible gift to us. We want to think of Jay, young people following, learning, and then you're going to inherit this world. And to the young people, I'm sorry that, we couldn't stop this in time, but we're trying, we're here, we're present, and we're still in the resistance, still sharing these prayers. We're still working towards this unification, still working towards the healing, and it's going to take a lot more of us to really help these kids, help our people, help the tree people, the animals, the birds, people that we enjoy, So, so when I start, if you wish to, smudge and pray, talk, send out, we don't scream, but use the voice to know you're talking to the clouds, to talking to the fire, no matter where it is, to talking to the collective conscience of Mother Earth, and to make a difference right now. Call for the rains, but the storms that came in Colorado, the snow and other things to come and bring balance and harmony, So now we need it here. We need it, to have the snow fall on us, cool us off, cool me off from my anger, from my frustrations, from my, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? How can we stop this madness? So we're getting ready to pray and start the 9 fires. The process of going into this realm of this power is incredible power. So may it be so. And thank you for showing up in the field of this prayer to bring your essence, to bring you the best, your strength, your clear intention. And that prayer of love, of thinking of all those trees and animals, everything that is happening, you know, because they need our help and they need our prayer too. So, and as you wish, my love. Unify your hands and move the energy as you wish. You'll get really hot. Your body, your forehead is going to start sweating. We're going to activate our fire. It's going to get hot. We're going to be moving. You can sing and hum and pray. You know. You're going to start sweating. Feel the fire building up on you with the sacred hands. They said that the healing hands has power. We want to feel that. Nimalech chachal. Koloch rukush kach. Rukush ulev. Rukush kach. Rukush kakit. Rukush ya. Rukush kastemal. Rukush kokotzijal. Rukush kakastemal. Matyoshisha weni malech katit kamama. Lokoloch katat pitol kanan sakol olom kocholom. Matyoshisha weni malech nawal sakarik likich. Achaw wuku achaw kat. Nim kat ni malech katit kamama. Kenako sha kosher tatzich achaw. Kakimong mak finawales. Katampe ni malech nawal lachavkat. Ni Matyosha we ni malech chachaw. Balam kitze balam akap it balam mahun kutaktat. Agi palunya chomya kakisa ya tsununya. Matyoshisha we ni malech nanas. Katampe ni malech nawales. Katampe ni malech katit kamama. To you, heart of heaven, heart of the earth. Heart of the palpitation, the Mother, Father, Creator, Giver of life. To you, heart of you, sacred fire, our grandfather Sun. To the sacred fire that I'm cultivating with my energy, with my intention to create this ceremonial fire within me. To create this connection with the grandfather fires of all earth. We ask of you that you may receive us. See you, the heart of the earth, the wind, that you may blow gently so that the fires will cease, or fires will again become. For we seek connection, we seek peace, we seek harmony. We seek to burn away all of our chaotic and all that we have created across Mother Earth. May you see us, hear us, sense us. To you, heart of the sacred water. Bring us life, bring us the flow, bring us the rain, the snow, in a gentle way to thirst, to quench that thirst that the fire is requesting. To unify with the chakmol, Mother, Father, fire, water, all in one. May our blood turns to that fire, and the fire cool us off into the sacred fire we are activating. May we feel this connection, that my words, my mind connect through my heart, and that you may hear us, see us, feel us, sense us, O sacred Mother Earth. I, Omeakad Hekat, Gara, Ayana, Erick Gonzalez, Unachkich, Unkamalbe, del Rukush Mayab, Tinamit Kakulev. I, Erick Gonzalez from the Maya, as we carry this ceremonial ways, I introduce myself to you. I am present. I am here. Oh, Mother Earth, please forgive me for my ignorance and my arrogance, that I thought I knew something, that I thought I could manage you. I could manage the forest. that I can manage the flow of the water, that in my illusions I can manage and the wildlife and all the living beings of this Mother Earth. Please forgive me for my humanity, Mother Earth. And I'm here to present myself to this field, to heal, to transform, to change, to shift my humanity, my consciousness, that I become one with you, one with all my relations. To you, heart of the life, heart of the palpitation of the universe. We are cosmic citizens. We are the Mexica, the ones who are here with full knowledge and wisdom to pray and give thanks, to create this fire within me, to unify myself with you, that all my opposites of my male, female, my ages, and all my identities may be unified at this moment through this staff, through these feathers, to bring forth that movement that we need, that we don't stay stagnation in this place of the humanity where we find ourselves. Grandmothers and grandfathers of all, to you, Katika Mama, we ask that through the mycelium network, to you, our ancestors, the guardians of the web of life, through you, Kat, that we can create this network of connection through our brains, through our minds, through our emotions, through our unification of the opposites. In our oneness, in our wholeness, we connect with you, Grandfather Fire, to please forgive us. The other species, the trees and the animals and all the grasses, all the relations don't have to pay for our arrogance of humanity. Please, Creator, let the nature be in health, let the nature be in oneness and beauty, because when we are done with our humanity, we will need the healthy forests, the healthy plains, the healthy desert, the healthy ocean. We will need our relations. We have a symbiotic relationship with all life, Creator. We understand that. That's why we are here. So we connect ourselves with each breath. So let's take this breath. I breathe with you, my sacred tree of life. I breathe your essence into myself. I share my breath to you, sacred fire, so that you and I and all of us are one. We pray that as you see us, we are at peace with this breath. Breath in is life, breath out is death. We give it back so there will be serenity inside of us. And in this place of oneness, Creator, we are one. We are one with the flow of life, with the sacred waters. May you bring those sacred jewels from the cloud people to bless each drop of the fire and become one. Fire and water creates life, a renewal of the land, a renewal of ourselves, a mass purification process underway for us to again reflect of our next era. We, the people made out of honey, Creator. We pray, we connect through this source, through this way. We breathe in life. And we breathe out all that we don't need anymore. Remove this sacred fire. Creator, Mother, Father, Giver of life, we unify in this sacred prayer today to quench that thirst you have to devour the earth, to burn away all that is contaminated. Allow us to clean it up, allow us to guide us. So we will take our actions towards cleaning up and replanting and protecting and sustaining and shifting our way of life. Can we make that? Can we be guided with that? Together we can do it. Together we'll be able to find the way through this labyrinth. Oh, Mother Earth, linda Pachamama. Ana henawa hey yo ho wa na hey ane hey yo ayana hey ana henawa hey hey yo ho wa na hey ya ne hey yo ayana hey hana na wa hey hey yo ho wa na hey ya ne hey yo ayana hey hana na wa hey hey yo wa na hey ya ne hey yo ayana hey hana na wa hey hey yo wa na hey ya ne hey yo ayana hey hana na wa hey hey yo wa na hey ya ne hey yo ayana hey. Doctor spirits, healing spirits, protected spirits, we call upon you to our centers here, to our Rukush, the unification of all of us together. So we send this prayer, we send this intention, we send this unification, that we are one, that we are here to care and to love, to honor and respect life.
Beautiful, Tata.
Mm-hmm.
The silence, I hope we carry it with us. And I realize that while we're on this call and we have Grandfather White Wolf present, I just wanted to invite you, White Wolf, to unmute yourself and share as one of our Earth Wisdom keepers here and one so close to the spirit of the fire. Just invite you to share what you may be called to on this call.
Feeling a little overwhelmed right now, seeing all that is going on. And we can change that. Feed the fire. The fire's not here to hurt us. It's hungry, and we need to feed it. Not only in our ceremonies, but in our everyday. My Celtic ancestors considered the fire so sacred that they banked the coals every night. And 24 hours a day, we had the fire in our home, in our hearth. When we left our land, we carried a fire bundle with us. Because my people come from a desert of fire. That's why the fire is so sacred to us. Many, many, many years ago, I sat in the middle of a town called Marin on a hillside. I was asked to do a fire for a shaman from the Huicholi. In the center of a yard, I prayed, I connected to the fire and burned that fire for 2 days. And the fire came to me. I'll tell you, in this world, it's like, hey, dude, what's up? You guys used to honor us. You used to play with us. You used to dance on us. Where'd you go? What you doing? Now you fight us. And we're hungry. And one day, we're just going to come and take what we need. Well, that was 28 years ago. And that's today. As we talk, the fire's approaching my home in the mountains. I gladly offer everything I have there to the fire to make peace with the fire. When Tata said the payment, yes, we pay the fire. We offer it what it needs to live. And it cleanses the land and it heals the land and it brings the water. I ask guidance to return to that. Forgive me, grandfather, grandmother, for what I did not understand, what we did not know. Help us to understand how to live in harmony and balance with you. I love you. I forgive you for showing us what we do. And I ask you to forgive us and guide us that this doesn't need to happen again. Aho.
Thank you, Wolf. So good to hear you, and you stay safe in the prayers and really engulf you in the land and be at peace with us. I know you do. I know you are. You know. And sending you love and appreciation for all these years together. You know.
Oh.
The beauty we shared through those fires all the times. You know, the lodge, the Mayan fires, helping our children, and so if you need something, let us know. You can, come over here, kind of hang out for a little while if you want, and you know, and your family, we love you, and we're here as well. You know, we're doing some preparations here. We're looking forward to feed the fire to the land. This spring coming up. You know, so I know that we've been talking about that for a little while, and it'll be beautiful to do that this winter. You know, so all goes well. We'll be preparing for that ceremony to feed the land so it'll be healthy and more flowers and more meadows and whatever the gift of life comes from these sacred fires and not the destructive ways, that is very hungry. So I love you, Wolf, and thank you for sharing.
Oh.
I'm curious if Getachew is here with us. I know that when he calls in on a number. So Getachew, I'm wondering if you're with us here tonight. We weren't sure if he made it onto the call, but if Getachew was here, I wanted to invite him to share. He's another one of our beautiful elders. All right. In all transparency, this call was a really sudden, as much as these fires and smoke are sudden, a sudden call to gather, and different than our class structures where we open up to question and answer after a share. Tonight was a little different, but I do want to invite you, if you have something, a reflection, something that you're really called to share into this space, that you drop a little note in the chat pod, and we can see if there's space for that. And Nanhedi, I'm wondering if you had anything that you wanted to share. Looks like right at this moment. All right, looks like it's possible.
Thank you. Yeah, just want to express my gratitude to everyone who's gathered up on this call and all those that are joining in some way. And I'm sure I've been making lots of prayers. I really do believe in the power of prayer. And so good to hear our sister share that the rain came already in Washington, many days earlier than they forecasted. So just really feeling as we were doing the prayer, thank you, Eric, for that beautiful prayer. Really just went deep with that. And just really feeling one of the big blessings we have here at our land, here at Deer Mountain, is the presence of a lot of abundance of sacred waters coming from the springs, and just holding that prayer of the waters to come and bring that balance. We know that our lands here on the West Coast are really dry, thirsty, the same way that you spoke about the fire being hungry. I feel like there's also this great thirst, and just feeling the journey of the waters that come right out of the ground here, from pushed down from the forces of Mount Shasta out of the earth, and they become the headwaters to the Klamath River and make their way to the river, and then make their way to the ocean, and then the clouds come and bring the rains back, and just feeling that connection to the cycle of life. Today in the Mayan calendar is the day of Wuku Kat, and Kat is the web of life. It can also be considered a net, and you can cast a net to gather and pull together the things that you need. It can also be a force of oppression, where you can get trapped in that web. But really feeling that place of connection. So grateful that we are gathering in this way and seeing this web of people here in prayer, and that web of collective energy towards this healing. So many hardships, not only through the fires, but all across our Mother Earth at this time. And I feel like these are big reminders of the ways that we've lost our balance as human beings. And echoing the prayers that you made, Eric, that we also have this opportunity as humans, as this keystone species, to really make incredible difference in our areas, in our lands. So just making those prayers as well, that we not only come into balance as humans with life, but beyond that we can add more to the web, because we have that capacity, and we see the amazing results when that can be implemented. So also, one thing that struck me really strongly when Eric's daughter lost her house in the fire about 4 or 5 years ago, Her husband is a firefighter. He was out on the front lines elsewhere, and their own home got taken. It was really devastating. But the reminder also that these fires also end up creating a great deal of charcoal. And when the waters come, all that charcoal gets washed into the waterways, and it actually can help purify the land. That was so profoundly potent to me to hear that. And I try to remember that because there's so much toxicity in our world that actually imagining the charcoal coming to cleanse these lands and allow things to regenerate feels really powerful. So I wanted to share that here, and thank you again, Grandfather White Wolf, for that beautiful sharing that she did a few years ago. Yeah, just for me, it just strengthens my commitment to want to do all that we can to bring regenerative ways to the lands where we are. I know that a lot of people in these circles have a lot of deep relationship to their plants and their gardens and creating these sacred places, and really encourage more of that, and for our children to grow up in those ways and just be ready. I mean, the other day when we left, we just went shopping and ended up a fire behind us. We couldn't get home. We ended up evacuating our friends, and you just never know these days. It's so intense, and just staying close to the fire, staying close to the prayer and the elementals, and just prayers of safety for everyone and all those that have been affected in these fires, that they may have all that they need around them and can start their lives anew. One thing I want to share, when I was imagining the rains, not only was I seeing the rains coming to the lands, but I was seeing beautiful rainbows coming and emerging from these places of devastation. And that just felt beautiful, as well as a visual, and knowing that the cycles also have, they can come back to life. So thank you for this opportunity to share tonight, and for all of my relatives. Bless you, bless your families, and maybe keep our prayers strong, and send this vibration out to the web of life tonight. It's you, Shelley. Oh, I just also wanted to share that my sister Malika suggested maybe in the chat box, or we could voice, but maybe there's places that are burning right now that we'd like to request some special prayers, or bringing our intention and focus to certain areas. So yeah, thank you all.
Thank you all. It's been really beautiful to be here with you tonight, and so many of the words shared are echoing in me right now and calling forth reflections. And I just really invite you to feel the true power that we each have to set our intentions, to name those places, to call forth through our own being and our own state of being an energy that can really contribute to the making of order and the peace and the empowerment of what it's going to take for us to live in a more harmonious way here. So as we experience these fires raging and we witness them, I myself am in Portland, Oregon, and really sat at my window looking into the sight, really taking it in, watching the big trees around me disappear in the smoke. I'm not right in the fire, but disappear the visibility, and really giving my full attention to this meditation of what is it that I'm here in my own being to transmit through this process, to ground. What's it bringing up for me and for each of us? And I just pray that everything shared tonight reach all the places that it need, that it go beyond this West Coast, wrap around our whole world, that we are able to speak the names and the places and really send our love and our intentions for balance and healing in the most gentle and efficient ways. I want to pray for both of those things, gentle and efficient. And I also want to invite everyone to think about incredibly delightful moments in nature from your childhood, from yesterday, from wherever you can relate through time and space, to really tune into your body, that feeling of safety and balance and the rain on you, the way the rain looked on those mountains that you love that are burning, the fullness of the river, the beauty of the morel blooms after the fires, all of these things that are encoded in us. May we remember to face all that's around us and bring a vision and an intention for the future that's really rooted in hope, that's persistent in thriving. It's my hope and prayer for all of us. And from Earth Peoples United, we just really thank you for being here. And to you, Tat Erick, Matyoshawe, for your prayers and your presence and your holding, for that sharing of your oral tradition today. And blessings to you, everyone. Please circle up with us again. Aho.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. And thank you, Hedy and Raquel, for, you're the staffs, Kirana and others that holds the prayers, the connection, many of you the same, wherever you are, you're holding this. And so holding this prayer is not just because it's burning, but because we have made a life of relationship with this grandfather fire. And so again, we set out to see that, imagine ourselves, after all that we know now, after that we know what we do and how we do things, what if we were taking right now and we just in this prayer, what do you want to see when you open your eyes again? So close your eyes and just feel your body. We've been sitting a little bit now. What does my body feels like? I know I'm hot, my back got all sweaty. Water came out of me. Fire was moving through me. And a gift came, that they took us from this reality. And you walk through the veil, spirit veil. You enter another place. What does it look like? And feel your mind relaxing into that, like, oh, wow. It's so fresh, it's so new. What do you see? What would you like to see? Maybe an endless mountains of forests, sounds of birds, the macaws, the birds flying through the air. You hear the howler monkey, the spider monkey. See the big hummingbirds. It's alive. It's beautiful. It's healthy. You hear the brook singing. Healthy water. You can drink it right there. You don't have to purify it. You don't have to have a bottle. What would it look like if we were given the opportunity to crystallize what we would love to be in again? Right now, it just took us. All right, we made a mess out of this one. Do we take the same thing? Do I take myself there, or should I not cross into the veil? Should I take all this with me that I am? Could I, again, reset myself, reboot my whole mind, my whole relationship to life. Are we able to do that? Can we do it at this time? And yes, when we love, we fall in love, we're going to become in love. And so we start to see what's in front of us. We're not going to stomp around and smash those flowers and everything. We're going to walk more gently, I think. We're going to be like, oh, wow, look at that. Look at these flowers. They're so shiny. Oh, look at the water. It's like the light sparkling through the drops of water on the petals of the flower. Oh, listen to that. I had never heard that bird sing like that. Whoa, look at that butterfly. The wind feels different. The earth feels different. What is it? And that's what we need to bring back again. Bring back the reverence for this world, for this life. To bring back that love. And so many of you coming across this veil into a new realm. And some of you have your children now. My daughter here, Maya. And I don't know if you want to share something, Maya. I wanted to have a young person, also. If you're able to, and then it'd be awesome to set us up. What is it that we need to do for the young ones? So, thank you, everybody, for your presence, your prayers. May we take this for the rest of our lives as we prepare, as we shift, as we feed the land, feed the fire, feed the water, feed the spirit. And so may it be so. And I want to say thank you for this beautiful prayer. And may you repeat it over and over. Connect and gather your relatives. So I hope. Thank you, Maya.
Hello, thank you for you got me outside and out of my cubicle in the sun and the fresh air. So that's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, so I've been really feeling very connected to Mother Earth, like very emotional about it. I'm sure like everybody else, and I'm out here in Hawaii where I'm not immediately feeling all of this from the fires, but we have a lot of stuff going on here where I've really connected with the land, and there's a lot of stuff happening here where we are fighting for the land and fighting for, they wanted to put a big telescope in the middle of one of the most sacred mountains here on one of our islands. And so it's just that feeling like that's like, to me, it's like someone wants to just stab something into the middle of our hearts. And so I really am feeling that connection to Mother Earth now. And I'm feeling that I'm called to start teaching as many people as I can about that sacredness and about how sacred the land is and the relationship with the land. It seems that we have completely lost that, and our youth seems to have forgotten that, and everyone just throws their rubbish and doesn't take care of it. And like you mentioned before, we go on hikes to these beautiful, this paradise, these waterfalls and these beaches that are absolutely paradise, and then you see like a dirty diaper on the ground, and it's like, how could you possibly throw that there on the ground? And so just really trying to bring awareness here. And just recently, me and another few people, a group of us, went to this cave that is a really sacred place. It's actually a shape-shifting cave. It was for the shark god to come, and he would shape-shift there, and he would it's also an area where, you know, that once you go to the next world, you can cross through in that tunnel there. And, you know, like there's so much rubbish in there, and it's just like really sad. So we felt the need to go there and pray and try to fill the cave with light and healing energy. And so, you know, doing little things like that, we're trying to go to these sacred sites anywhere that we can on this island and just pray there. And when I went, I just felt this huge connection, and I just like got on my hands and knees and just cried. And it's like, you know, it's like someone disrespecting your mother or someone you care about. And so, you know, I was always raised to have that respect and have that relationship with Mother Earth, but now I'm feeling it as if it's a part of me. It's not just like something that you have to do to show respect. It's like it reflects us as who we are on the inside. Like we are part of it. This is where we get our energy from. This is the divine source that we're connected to. And I just feel like it's so important that we get back to understanding that we're all on this frequency, and we all have to start doing our part in taking care of what is sacred and taking care of all the land and start cleaning up. And I just feel like I'm in a constant prayer these days of just praying for Mother Earth to heal. Like we know she's upset, and we know that she's wanting to ravish, and she has every right to feel that way. And so we just have to really, really honor her and show her, you know, and respect her, because she is us. We are her. We are all one. And you know, it's just I'm seeing the fires affect my family over there, and there's more to come. And I just think that we all have to be ready for it and live in this really, really Pono relationship. Pono is like to do right. It's our privilege to be in this relationship with Mother Earth. So you know, we don't choose who our family is, really. We come into this family, but you know, we choose what relationships we have. And I feel like Mother Earth is a relationship we really need to get back to. And that's the priority, and that's the number one, that we need to be in relationship with Mother Earth. So for me, I'm just trying to bring back that sacredness, and with my own family and my own kids. You know, I can see it in Ehukai. She's 3, and she just gets like so upset when she sees rubbish on the ground. And I'm like, okay, like I'm making a difference by me picking up rubbish everywhere we go. We go up to the waterfall, we pick up rubbish. We go to the beach, we pick up rubbish. And I can see that is going to already be instilled in my babies, who are going to grow up and know, like, oh, we don't want to do that to Mother Earth. That's not good. That's not Pono. That's hurting. That's not hurting, you know, that's hurting us. That's hurting our generation and our kids that have to live here. So yeah, just really trying to be in that space, you know, and that heart space in our Rakush. And inside of that is Mother Earth, and she's in there. And if you go deep enough and you meditate and you sit with her, she'll show you all the beauty in the universe that's around. Like you're saying, just the birds and the butterflies and the hummingbird, you watch it, and it just is like so beautiful, and such a blessing to be here. And I have so much gratitude for the place that I live in now. You know, I have so much gratitude for the place that I came from, and I hope to leave this place, you know, better than it was when I was here, so that my kids can enjoy it as well. So sending out a lot of prayers. I know I'm sitting in my cubicle today, and I really wanted to be a part of this. And when I get home, I will be sitting at my altar. I'm also teaching my class tonight, which is a self-empowerment class, and I will have a group of us in a couple hours now. So I think I'm going to also have another little prayer sesh with all of them too. So we can just keep this prayer rippling out and rippling out and rippling out, just like the ocean. You drop a water and it just keeps rippling all the way out until it comes right back to us. So Matiyashoe, Matiyashahao, thank you everybody for being here in this circle and sharing space and continuing to love our Mother Earth. is the most sacred thing of all. So thank you. Love you.
Thank you, Maya. Love you, love you. Back to you, Raquel or Hetty.
I think we're at the moment of just opening our call. I never want to say it closing because we're just opening up and unwinding from here. And I want to invite everyone to unmute yourself and in your own way, give your farewell this evening. And just thank you once again. It's always a blessing and an honor. And I'm so grateful for the ways that we could connect tonight.
Thank you. Many blessings.
Thank you so much.
Love and blessings to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here's to the Pachamama. Here's to the Pachamama and to each of us. We are one.
We are one.
Aho.
We are
Thank
one.
you.
Send out the love, send out the light, and peace, and follow your own true heart. We got this.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
We'll be gathering again for fall equinox. So if people want to join us, then please register for that call as well.
Thank you so much. Blessings to everyone. Thank you, Tate. Thank you.
Thank you. Much love.
Be safe.
It was wonderful. Nice to share.
Hawa, everyone. We have
Until
your smoke
then.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Many blessings. Be safe. Let's just keep praying rain for where it's needed, and maybe we could pick up some of that rain where it's flooding and put it where we need it. Be well. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. And it's very dry over here, but the frogs started to croak today, so I'm happy about that. Thank you. Blessings.
You know, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm on the East Coast. I'm from New Jersey, and well, actually New York, now New Jersey. And during the ceremony, I had a vision of angels moving, and their tears put out the fire. It was profound. Just want to say that. Many tears were shed, but yet those tears extinguished the fire. I don't know what to make of it. And I saw the number 2. So I don't know if it's 2 weeks or 2 days, but that's what I saw. It was really profound. The wind, my curtains blew out, and the wind blew. It was really profound. I just want to thank you. It was wonderful.
Love you, Retala.
I love you.
We need to do a road trip.
Yeah, we do. We do. Did everybody leave? Well, anyway, that's what I saw. I saw a lot of angels. And from this, It was a good opportunity to unite humanity. That's what I swore, a uniting of humanity through the sacrifice. Like the animals and the trees sacrificed for humanity. That's the only way I can explain it. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I'm doing Zoom, so I have no idea what I'm pressing buttons.